Greetings to all. While we were at Asylum in Lincoln recently, a great steampunk festival, I got talking to a couple of other stallholders about 3D printing. So we want to come up with a kraken design which we'd like to print, and also I'm working on the Is It Time for Tea machine, where I want to have a porcelain head effect with mechanisms inside it to move the eyes and the mouth. Did a bit of research and found that there really are two types. One sort uses ultraviolet light and a resin type plastic or polymer. Sounds like it's messy, you have to clean what you print, the resin smells and all sorts of other reasons, and apparently it's very slow and quite expensive. The second type of 3D printer uses a filament of plastic which is heated up and squeezed through a very fine small nozzle, and this is what's used to build up the design, rather like using a glue gun in the same sort of way, but with a much smaller nozzle and a very long fibre, in fact a roll of this filament. One of the stallholders at Asylum mentioned that Windows 10 actually does come with some free 3D printing software, which is interesting, really helpful to find out. And sure enough, I thought I'd install it and just fiddle around to see what it can do. Just did a search for 3D Builder or 3D Printer, I can't remember what it was called, and it came up and installed, and it was free, amazingly. You can even do crazy things like removing parts of shapes that intersect each other. So strange, trying to get your head round working like this. And all these shapes initially are filled, it considers them to be solid, but you can then set if you want hollow shapes. So really the sky's the limit. Very good for creating blocky shapes, but I think it's going to be far more to create faces and things. I tried one here just to sort of fiddle around and get used to the software, and as you can see it does leave a little to be desired. There are lots of other people working with 3D printing, and lots of downloads that you can use, like this amazing baby face, which is incredible. I don't know how you'd go about producing something like this. I assume that it's scanned in, because you can get 3D scanners, so it's something I'm going to have a look into. It would be something like this would be perfect if it was a woman's face, because then I can build the mechanisms and levers and things actually within that and get them printed at the same time. A few days later, a very exciting box arrived. This is the Ender 3 Pro, which one of the people I was chatting to recommended. It's always good to work from a recommendation. Lovely strong box with exciting foam hiding even more exciting stuff underneath. Part of it looks like it's already assembled, and all the other parts are well packaged, and as with every decent sort of box of chocolates, you get another layer underneath. Really exciting. I was very impressed with the kit. It comes with all the tools that you need and really clear instructions that don't use any written words. There's nothing to read, you can just look at the pictures, step-by-step pictures. This is the business end. This has got the very small brass heated nozzle where the plastic fibre is going to be extruded. It gets to about 200 degrees centigrade, I think, and there's two little fans either side to cool the plastic once it's been extruded. The kit is constructed from this wonderful extruded aluminium system. Everything's very well made. I'm very impressed. It all slots together perfectly. I've had no problems fitting any of the bits together, and it's held very securely with nice large Allen bolts. And it's nice that the two vertical supports are linked across the top to keep everything nice and rigid. So here's the finished unit. You can see the base plate, which is actually heated to help the plastic stick to it. That does one direction, backwards and forwards, and then the printing head or extrusion head moves from left to right and up and down as the model's being printed. Nice touches. It comes with proper 13 amp mains plug without having to have some annoying horrible adapter stuck on the end of it. Ready to try it out. How exciting. The screen seems very clear and quite informative. Now the plastic filament, some types of plastic absorb quite a lot of moisture, so I've noticed that filaments like this are always stored in airtight bags. It's got a handy little hook to hang it on, and I've just pushed it through the pipe that leads to the nozzle, and you can see that it started extruding, just squeezing a little bit out of the bottom. This is the wonderful lead screw that moves the printing head or the extruding head up and down. With this first test, I thought I'd just draw a simple circle so I could see how well it works, and the software that came with this was very good. Slicing program they call it, I think, which turns a drawing into lots and lots and lots of different layers. You can see here the tooth gear that's pushing the filament into the extruding head, and here you can see it's starting to build up this circle. I wanted it to be hollow so it'll print the outside and the inside perfectly smoothly and link the two with a sort of web of zigzaggy bits to give it strength but not use too much plastic up. But I'm very impressed. There are a few ridges around the top, but not bad at all considering. Such an exciting thing. It provides so many amazing opportunities for new designs and ideas. Thanks very much for watching. Hope it was interesting, and watch this space for future developments with the Is It Time for Tea machine.